Hello, friend, and how are you doing? If you're new here, I'm so excited to meet you, and if you're returning, I hope you're having a much better day than the last time that we talked. In this reading, I'm going to be actually focusing on our inner child and seeing what our inner child wants to tell us. I've been doing shadow readings where I talk to our shadow, but this time I want to specifically just reach out to the inner child. So if I say things and the words I'm saying sound kind of childlike in this reading, understand that's probably why. Also, I just want to remind you that obviously my readings do involve a little bit of shadow work, intuitive messages, and a mix of the tarot and the oracle cards. With that said, let's get started and let's find out what our inner child would like us to know. And I want to remind you too that the inner child is one of those things where we kind of forget how important it is to honor our inner child, to even talk or communicate with that part of us. The part of us that helped us find curiosity, that shaped us a lot into who you are today. Your inner child still probably defines and runs more of your life than what you realize. So let's see what they have to say. And if I say like little you or they or them, I'm just talking about the inner child. Masculine energy. So straight up, the inner child is asking you to get more active. Inner child's not asking you to get active though in the way that we would typically as adults think of activity. Inner child really wants you to dance, to play, to sing songs out loud, to draw, to color, to go play outside. Our inner child doesn't care about busy work. Our inner child doesn't even care about chores. So when I normally get this card and I tell you to do the mundane, the inner child's like, I don't even care about that. I just want to play. I just want to have fun. So the first thing that's coming across is do something fun. Play. Act childlike again. Freedom. Ooh, okay. So this message is coming across very clear, but very strong. And your inner child is wondering why you gave up your freedom. Wants to know what the purpose of living this restraint and almost choking life is. I'm getting very clearly that we're not having fun anymore and that I want to go back to how things used to be. Now, understand that their little child is thinking of how things used to be in their mind in the sense of like when times were free and fun. So this might have been last time you had this experience, might have been when you were 4 or 5. Maybe you still had this experience up to 10 or 11. I don't know, but your inner child really wants you to look back and realize when we stopped being free, when we stopped allowing ourselves to imagine, when we stopped allowing ourselves to think outside the box. Your inner child cares and wants to know why you have forgotten to be free, why you've forgotten to have fun. Fun is like the theme of this one so far. Uh-oh. Okay. So inner child's coming through and letting me know that we're not being honest with people. We are hiding behind a mask, and this mask the inner child does not like. Little you is not enjoying the mask that you keep putting on over and over and over again. Because every time you wear this mask, you let yourself get hurt. You let yourself get stepped on, your boundaries pushed over, and you're not being honest about how you really feel. And little you doesn't like this because little you wants to know why you stopped caring, why you stopped even, sticking up for yourself. And this might be a hard question to answer, but remember that I'm asking this as the little version of you. And so the idea and the complexities of social structures aren't coming across, but this is still a very important message. Why is it that you live behind this mask so much that you won't even let me come through, is what the inner child is saying. Responsibility. So this message is coming through and I'm literally being pointed out here. Typically with this card, I see the hands are helping or like building the bridge, but the inner child is having me see it in reverse, where it's literally the hands are destroying the bridge this time. It's the first time I've ever seen this card in this way. And as it's destroying the bridge, it's destroying the connection between you, who you are now, and little you, who really just wants to play and have fun. And it's one of those where little child, like inner you, is telling me that you almost forgot that there is even a chance for you to get back. You have lost yourself so much in your responsibility, in your day-to-day, in your work life, in your keeping up appearances and doing everything that society, family, friends, colleagues, everything that they want you to do. You have made that the priority so much that you almost don't even have a bridge to get back. Which is why little you put these two cards out first. It's why little you just wants to dance, wants to go play in the mud, wants to go outside in the rain, wants to, color for the sake of scribbling on paper, to paint for the sake of getting messy, to bake cookies for the sake of making them look silly. Little you wants to build that bridge, wants to have that connection, wants to have that communication so you can experience the freedom that you're meant to experience. But it starts with you starting to make that connection. If your bridge is so gone or practically even destroyed, it's gonna take a little bit of work. You're gonna have to break through whatever this barrier, whatever this mask that you have so carefully orchestrated for so long. And you're gonna have to remove it in order to allow little you to have fun. And that's gonna take you being silly. I'm asking the little you, what is it that caused this disconnect? What is it that started this card literally jumped, that started this journey of, destroying the bridge and allowing yourself to, little you's not saying trapped, but keeps talking about this mask. Your inner child is not liking this mask that you've been wearing. All right, let's start with, okay, for some reason I thought there was 5 cards. Let's start with this one. It's the 4 of coins in its reverse position. I want to remind you that pentacles are not just about energy, they're not just about finances, it's about time and energy, because you spend time and you spend energy. And little you is coming through and saying, yeah, we were told that we had to make money in order to do things, but we forgot the point of us making money was so that we could do things. And little you wants you to spend your time and energy in ways that is fun for you. Little you sees this card as you holding on to your time and energy in such a possessive way and saying you got to use it to get things done. You got to use it to be responsible. Got to use it to continue to wear this mask. And little you is like, I want to have fun. I want to spend our time, spend our energy and a little bit of our resources to do something fun and silly that we would love to do. Honestly, little you's coming through and saying, stop being a mean, boring adult and let's do something fun. Which I understand as an adult that that's sometimes easier said than done. Again, I'm giving the message from the inner child. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. And this is coming across, and it's your inner child asking you, what can you do now in your life to connect with me? Literally, that's straight up what they want. And the pages, especially of Pentacles, is studious. It's about learning. It's about, going through some type of education. And this is you needing to re-educate yourself on how to connect to your child, how to connect with your inner child, how to connect with your creativity, your imagination, the things that used to bring you joy. So see this through the eyes of a child and have childlike wonder as you do it. I can tell you right now, there's no wrong way to do this other than to not do it. So if you, start singing songs that you loved to sing back when you were a child, go ahead and sing them. I grew up in the boy band era. I still rock out to my boy bands. I love them. And, so whatever era that you grew up in that, takes you back to those days, listen to that music. Go ahead. Do whatever you need to in order to remember that there's more than just living the life that you're currently going at. Then we have the 5 of Wands. So this card is about change, but this is also about conflict. Wands are your action, your passion, your desires, and drive. And when I see the 5 of Wands in its reverse position, I understand that you are understanding that things need to be prioritized. but you're not prioritizing in a way that actually benefits you. You might be prioritizing in a way that benefits your company. You might be prioritizing in a way that benefits your spouse. You might be prioritizing in a way that benefits your family, but you're not prioritizing in a way that benefits you. And you need to be able to start saying that you need to respect your boundaries and those need to be done. Those need to be taken care of. Because little you is coming across and saying, I'm tired of expending energy that we don't want to care about, that we don't care about. I'm tired of doing all these things that don't make us happy. Now, yes, do we have to go to work? Do we have responsibilities? Yes, 100%. Little you's not trying to negate that. I mean, a little bit, but like, little you's coming across and saying, I'm tired of us saying that we can do things and pushing ourselves when we just want a nap, when we just want to go to bed, when we're hungry. Why don't we actually eat food? Are you prioritizing you is what this is getting down to. Queen of Pentacles. This is a lot of pentacles. A lot of earth energy here. Queen of Pentacles in her reverse position. I'm going to talk about what this card means because I'm not getting an instant message from your inner child right now. So the Queen of Pentacles in her reverse position is saying, and I don't care if you're male or female on either the masculine energy or this Queen of card because it's, you know, it's divine of both. So when I see the Queen of Pentacles here, it's that reminder that you have the ability to create, to do, to plan, to see things long term. Instead of seeing things long term and actually taking care of, you know, your home and hearth area, what you're doing is you're letting your time and energy be taken away from you, which is kind of what little you has been saying this whole time. 100%. And I think that's why, like, inner you's not talking about this card because it wants me to say it in an adult way. But understand here that you are literally giving away your time and energy, but blaming everybody else for it instead of taking responsibility for your own time, for your own energy, for your own actions. You're refusing to input any type of boundary or anything of a perimeter to safeguard your time and energy and allowing yourself to get burnt out in a way to where you have an empty cup now. And you want to know how to fill that cup? It starts with you doing these things. It starts with you having fun just to have fun for fun's sake. It starts with you connecting with that little inner you who remembers how to just be silly for the sake of being silly instead of worrying about the mask that you constantly have to keep wearing. And I know that this seems oversimplified and almost silly, but here's the truth. You're the one that feels like you need to have a change, that feels like things need to be different, and you're finding yourself in a space where you're not happy with how things currently are. Little you is coming in with a very strong and easy answer, but just because it's easy doesn't make it easy to apply in your real life. Sometimes the simple things, the simple answers, the simple solutions are more complicated to actually carry out. Now we're going to ask our inner child, what is it that we can do or need to do in order to connect with it? And I'm asking this on a more like, be more specific level. These cards that I'm shuffling tend to have a bit more specificity to them because, you know, sometimes even though the answers seem obvious, it's still like implicating, again, simple solutions and implicating the simple solutions somehow is difficult. So let's see what little you has to say about next steps here. Make time for meaningful contemplation. I have no clue why these words feel hard to say. So if you're making meaningful time for contemplation, this is literally you finding stillness. And if stillness is something that you don't know how to partake in, then this is going to be the first step for you. This is going to be the first step for you connecting with your inner child. I also love how we're connecting with our inner child and this shows a swing. I don't know the simplest and easiest way to connect with little you other than swinging on a swing, to be honest. Every time I swing on a swing or sit in a chair, okay, I'm short, I'm like 5'4", but anytime I sit in a chair where my feet can't touch the ground, I instantly start swinging my legs like I'm a kid. I don't even care. So make time for meaningful contemplation is literally, yes, you need to find silence, if I need to find stillness, but also, can you just sit on a swing and swing for a little bit? Doesn't have to be anything grand. Your instincts are good, you know the way. Oh, okay, little you's coming in with a strong message here. And it's one of those things where they're literally saying you need to do what you always want to do. And that sounds like, I don't know, that sounds like an ambiguous answer, but I feel like that's a really specific message actually. Because I'm sure what little you is saying is that there's something in the back of your mind that you have been wanting to do. You've been wanting to get to a canvas. You've been wanting to read a book. You've been wanting to, get to some clay, or get out into your garden or start running again. There's something that has been on your mind. And for each of you, it's going to be different, but little you wants you to do what you always want to do. So your instincts are good. You know the way. The first thing to start to do might be something you just want to do as an adult. That's something you didn't actually even want to do as a child. If you're a runner, I can't say that as a kid I wanted to run, 10 miles. I like to run like mile races, but like still, like that wasn't, I don't know, it's a little bit different. So understand too, that it might not be a childhood hobby that you did, but an adult hobby that allows you to have childlike wonder that you might have stopped doing. So do what you always want to do. No feeling is forever. Allow your emotions to float through. To float through you. Inner you, little you, wants you to know that it's okay to cry. That's the first thing that came through. The second thing that's coming through is little you wants you to know that it's okay to scream. This seems obvious, but we're gonna go with the message here. If you need to scream but you don't want to scare the people in your house, scream in your car. I do that all the time. Like I don't know how many times I will like get home from work and I'll just let out a huge scream in the car just to vent or get off my chest, and I feel better. I can't say that I do this a lot anymore, but I did it back when I worked in corporate America more often than I should. And then if you need to cry and you want a safe place to cry, take a shower. It's going to help with you with the headache. It's going to allow you to, just feel clean afterwards. So take a shower. Allow yourself to feel the emotions, to allow them to go through. Another thing that it might allow you to connect with your inner child. Now, yes, I only do this in my kitchen when I'm home alone and my husband's nowhere near. I will throw a legit temper tantrum in my kitchen. I will stomp on the ground. I will swing my arms. I will say, this is stupid. This isn't fair. No one likes me. I'll do whatever I have to say that's convenient for the thing. Why do I do this? I wasn't allowed to do that as a child, first off. I 100% was not allowed to throw temper tantrums as a child. So I do it as a full-grown adult because you know what? Sometimes life seems unfair. Sometimes the universe throws curveballs. And sometimes it's just too much to handle. So if you're in a space where you need to throw a fit. Again, maybe not in front of a bunch of other people. They might look at you like, crazy. I do it in the privacy of my kitchen when I'm home alone. So take that for what you want to. But feel free to throw a fit. Seek magic in life's mundane moments. Irony here that I'm doing an inner child reading and I'm not talking about you doing the mundane, and then a card comes back up about the mundane. But literally, as I'm seeing this, I have to do the hand motion. I'm literally seeing someone doing dishes, having the sink full with the bubbles, and then this hand's going plop, 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 and playing with the bubbles. That's a very mundane thing, washing dishes. It's a very childlike thing to go plop, plop, plop and play with the bubbles. I still play with bubbles. Or even taking the trash out. I remember when I was a kid and I had to take the trash out, I would make up these little, it was just down the driveway to the trash can, but I would still make up these little adventures about how, maybe I was running away from home, or maybe I was carrying, some discarded treasure and I had to put it in my safe and the safe was the trash can. Whatever it was, I would find the silly, imaginative ways to make it fun. So, seek magic in life's mundane moments. You know what? See the mundane, see the chores, see all that fun jazz through childlike eyes and see how you can make it fun again. See how you can find humor. See how you can, just do something different that makes it more bearable. Because the mundane, it's still the mundane. Now we're just going to ask little you for encouragement. What encouragement can we have, oh my goodness, to help us connect, to build that bridge that's probably broken. Oh, we got another one. And what is it that, can help us remember what life was like before we had the mask? No, I'm really surprised I flipped that over. this way because normally I don't. So, let's do this one first because this one flew and it's the funniest one for me. Make noise. I mean, come on. I don't know how many children I've met that have been naturally quiet children. I'm not saying that that's not a thing. There are children who, are more quiet and like to do things, with their hands or like read, and I get that. But for the most part, children love to make noise. They love to make their presence known. They love to just be like, I'm here. And they love to make sure that, you see everything that they do. They love to make sure that, you're a part of everything that they do. So make noise. Whatever that means for you. You are going to know specifically how you have to make your own noise. But remember what it is that you might have done as a child. Remember what noise you used to do. Did you used to sing at the top of your lungs? Did you used to, make little robot noises when you, build things? Did you used to, hum along, a certain song when you went up and down stairs? What is it that you used to do that was fun and that made noise? Next one. This one was odd because of how I flipped it. And it's be the storm. What I love about this is this person is so in flow, so in motion, that they are just surfing on a beautiful wave. And this is a really good reminder of what it's like to be as a child. As a child, you are so trusting. You trust all the adults in your life, or at least most of them. I know I was a very trusting child. And it's one of those where whatever happened, I just assume it was part of the plan. Unless I found out in big ways that it wasn't part of the plan when the adults were like, oh my god, this isn't right. But like, as long as the adults didn't make it obvious that it wasn't part of the plan, I assumed it was part of the plan, no matter what it was. I also assumed that adults always knew what they were doing, and that, they knew how to get to wherever they were going. Never once did I question that. And so this is that reminder, not that you should continue to live in that naivety, like that's not going to serve any of us with you being an adult. But it's that reminder to allow yourself to just get into some type of flow where you do forget for a little bit the responsibilities, the complexities, the difficulties, and you just let yourself be. What is it that you do, that you have, that you can allow yourself to do that? And if you don't have something, pick something up. Get a coloring book and some crayons. Get a canvas and some paints. Just take a walk if you need to. Allow yourself to do something that allows you to get into flow. Success is already in motion. Little you's coming through and saying you have a lot of worries. But all those worries are just silly. Silly is the word that they used. The point of what we're getting at here is you've already built yourself up on foundations that are stable, on foundations that are going to carry you through. You've already got things going for you. And this is now a time for you to start being authentically you. This is now a time for you to start removing that mask and to let people see who you truly are. So stop putting so much emphasis on what you need to do to get to the next step and start focusing on what you need to do to be who you already are. Success is already in motion is that reminder that your success in whatever you're trying to achieve is inevitable and it's going to happen. But we need to start giving ourselves the ability to be us, to be authentically ourselves, because that success isn't going to mean anything if we can't have fun, if we can't be us. Ooh, this is a good card to end on. Your fire is sacred. And your fire isn't just flame. It's your desire. It's your passion. It's your creativity. It's your imagination. It's all of that. And your fire starts with little you. Little you is the initial spark. Little you is the initial passion, the initial drive. Little you has so much hope and potential for your life, more than you can even imagine. And little you wants to have a bonfire, is tired of having this little like candlelight. It wants to have things going just nuts, because little you knows that there's dreams out there that you can achieve as long as you allow yourself to actually start dreaming again, start believing again, start having fun again. And you're gonna be like, Kirsten, this is all well and done, but like, you don't understand what I'm going through. Hear me out for a second. I was a person that as a child who really didn't get to be a child. I was forced to grow up really early. I didn't have much of a childhood. To the part of I didn't actually get to do anything childish until I was in my 20s. My first taste of childish freedom was my 20s. And I scribbled in a bunch of coloring books just for fun because I could. That's when I started throwing fits in the privacy of my own apartment when I lived by myself. But also, I would just dance and do silly dances. I babysat a lot. And so when the kids would do something silly and I'd want to correct them, I would ask, is this harming them in any way? And if it wasn't harming, I would join in. I would let myself have fun. So if you don't know where to start and how to be, childish and how to connect with your inner child, if you have children in your life, let them teach you. They know exactly how to be a child. If you don't have an opportunity to have children near you or that you can, spend time with, then just start being silly yourself. Start just scribbling on paper with a pen even if you have to. Start, just coloring. Start doing anything. Start doing anything to be nonsensical, almost Dr. Seussish like. Be like Dr. Seuss for a hot minute. Be like the Cat in the Hat. And just let yourself go way outside the box. And then see where that leads you. Because the answer to what is hurting you, what's holding you back, has to do with the fact that you've been ignoring little you for some time now. And little you just wants you to listen to him. So this is your reading. This is all I have for you today. I would love to hear in the comments below how you're going to connect with little you, what little creative, fun little thing you're going to do. So please let me know because I love inner child work. It is my absolute favorite. If you want further information about inner child work or anything, I do have a link in the description below for my website. It has different tarot readings, and also I do some spiritual coaching and I can help you connect with that inner child if it's something that you're really struggling with. That's all I have for you today. I love you, and I want to let you know that you're going to do this a lot easier, and this is going to change your life in a way a lot more than you've ever thought it was going to. So I cannot wait to see you again. I can't wait to hear about your experiences with little you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.